Okay, it's a nice Thursday night, and I just have a haircut. So this is my haircut. I think first time since I had my hair transplant. Okay, but anyway, good evening to everybody. Yes, good to see everybody. Today is a very interesting talk that I have, and I hope that it's controversial. I think what I say, there's quite a lot of people not going to like what I say. Maybe even the government don't like what I say, but I know. But I think it's important for me to highlight. Yeah. So yes, thank you. Okay. Let's be wait. Hi, QWM86. Good to see you. Yes. Everybody say hi to Mr. Lu, please, so that I know you guys are there. And tell me whether you can hear me loud and clear. The visuals are clear and everything is clear. Chailin, oh wow, good to see you. Family Lee, good to see you. Nuts, good to see you too. Obilu Strawberry, good to see you too. Yes, thank you. Okay, loud and clear, very good. Okay, very good. PV, good to see you too. Okay. Cynthia, good to see you. Ivy, good to see you. Nobody go for holiday? Yeah, Zihao, good to see you. Tommy, good to see you. Mitch, good to see you. Elena, Songki, Wen Liang, all good to see all of you. Okay, long time no see. Finally receive a notification. You mean you all didn't get the Facebook notification for a long time? I thought Facebook don't have this problem. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing to congrat about. That's why I'm here. Yeah. Master Leong, good to see you. Okay. Cheng Min, good to see you too. Yes. Okay. Cole, good to see you too. Okay. Yeah. So I think it's just quick check. Does all you all get your YouTube notification? Hang for a while. Really? Okay. Is okay. Press like that. Good evening. Is the network good? This as good as the network can be already, right? Okay. YouTube, yes. Live is good. So do you all get all your YouTube notification? I thought that the entire group will get the YouTube notification. Yes. Always, right? Yes. Okay. Good. I thought all of y'all should always get a YouTube notification. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. I just want to make sure that the network is okay. The network is okay. Everybody can see me loud and clear. No jittery. Nothing. That's how we appear so fast. Yeah. That's right. How you? By watch or repeat the previous one. Okay. Yeah. I guess it's okay to watch and repeat, but at least when we go live, we all can have interaction. I can have some clarification. Sometimes it's my direction to you, sometimes your direction to me. Yes. I think people need to click the bell for notification. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Okay, I think everyone should try to click the bell for notification. Click follow may not get a notification. Yes. The last one is midnight, need to sleep. I apologize, okay? This time around, a lot earlier, I hope. Okay, so I try to do it earlier, but yeah, life is not so smooth nowadays. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So again, everybody click blast of light if you can. I would really hope a lot of it is today is an emotional topic. Not so much about stock market, although the stock market go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, all hovering around the 3,800 marks. I don't even know what's the good news tonight. The stock market go up again, go down. I hope I have a conclusive down or conclusive up. 半天掉 is the worst. Cannot buy, cannot buy, cannot get happy, cannot get sad. So these are time where I just completely ignore the entire stock market. Right? Just completely ignore stock market. It's emotionalism. Did I not say that you'll get volatile? Go up and down, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. It's like, yeah, okay. Let's today talk about more interesting and emotional topic, shall we? Okay, so if Tesla stock, I have Tesla stock. It came down a lot. This is, you know what? Talk about the Tesla stock later after my talk. Wait, I have a good, interesting opinion on it. All right, let's go, shall we? So today is the topic is on more $1 million HDB. Okay, more $1 million HDB, and I'm now categorically outright calling the government for a forceful cooling measure. Okay, forceful cooling measure. no longer any this kind of Mickey Mouse cooling measure. The kind of cooling measures that we have right now are really on the peripherals, really, just watch and see. I actually think that if we don't adopt a cooling measure right now, of a bigger and stronger magnitude, something big may happen. Okay, so again, disclaimer: this is not the time for me to tell you to buy or sell stocks, buy or sell house. But I think this is my personal reflection. Okay, usually I don't talk too much about HDB, my HDB flat and $1 million HDB flat or things like that. But today I saw a news. One of my family members sent a news article to me, and actually there's a news that says that our estate has finally broke $1 million HDB. Okay, so I stay in Jurong East. So Jurong East, my estate here has sold for $1 million. $1 million, and in fact, it's one of my neighbor here. I don't know who actually. And Toei flat sold for $1.3 million. These are all record-breaking HDB resale masonette. So, this is an emotional topic. As much as I say it, some people are gonna hate it, some people are gonna love it. But hear me out. I have my reasons for saying things why I say so. Okay. So this is the first $1 million HDB resale flat in Jurong East. Jurong East is not Bishan, Jurong East is not Tanjong Pagar. Jurong East is not Pinnacle. This is Jurong East. Okay, Jurong East, my estate is quite nice. There are, JEM, Westgate, IMM, all these places. Ng Teng Fong Hospital is nearby, blah, blah, blah. But $1 million HDB in Jurong East is very unusual, okay? So actually I didn't believe it. So I went to check the HDB resale portal. Indeed, someone bought a $1 million HDB at the 7th to 9th floor. Mine is higher, so supposedly mine will be a bigger value and things like that, and this is the first resale HDB in Jurong East to break the $1 million mark, and it is the most expensive resale flat. So I now sit in the estate where resale flat in Jurong East is the highest and blah blah blah. And the question really is, am I happy enough? You don't see me having joy, right? In fact, I'm totally not happy. When the news came to me, I was like, oh Jesus, it's like, sorry, I'm not going to bring out Jesus' name, but oh no, it's like we are in trouble. The economy is in trouble, So just a little bit. So for some of you who, most of you know, masonette are 2-story HDBs, and the reason why I bought a masonette close to 10 years ago is because when I was in Jurong East, good to see you. When I was in Jurong East, I used to be staying at a 5-room flat with my dad, and we didn't have HDB flat then, and we were staying in US. When I was staying in US, we were staying in a house that has 2-story, and I thought that 2-story house is quite nice. I love to stay with my dad, and my dad is of quite old age already, so if you can stay at the bottom floor and then we can stay at the top floor, we have space and yet proximity, right? So that's not bad. Okay, that's not too bad. So I thought it's good to have this kind of house. I thought it's quite unique and cool, so I kind of like it, so I bought it. And I bought it, I bought it for 720,000 or something like that. Okay, I didn't even see the house. I actually got my brother who stayed around nearby as well to help me look for it, and he found it and he said this is a good flat. I got Chin Heng, who is my mentor, to take a look at the house also, and then they said, wow, it's a good flat. So we bought it without being physically in Singapore, okay, and physically seeing the house, and we came and it's a great flat, okay. And so yes, that time was already about 720,000, and that time was really considered high. Yes, so can someone calculate for me? Someone asked a good question. 720 to 1 million for 10 years, what's the CAGR? What's the compound annual growth rate? I don't know, just someone can easily calculate it and find out what's the CAGR. But so in fact, this is we like this place. It's near a lot of places and things like that. And it's near 3 big, huge shopping centers. The garden here is fantastic. We have got park connector network. I walk for 10 over kilometers every day. You know, completely no issue whenever I'm in Singapore. This is my entire Lu estate. You know, my father is a neighbor. My brother is in neighboring block. My uncles and cousins, all stay around here. So we kind of love this place, right? It's my hope that one day maybe my children, if they're happy, if they get married, they want to stay around here, that'd be great, right? So, but really, $1 million, you know. But that's in the backdrop that we have actually government just launched a new cooling measure. There's supposed to be a 15-month wait for private home buyers to buy HDB. There's tighter home loans right now. The rules is that basically there's, first of all, interest rates have gone up, right? And on top of that, we have got all these property cooling measures that just came in, and yet the property prices just skyrocket, right? Just skyrocket. Interestingly, the private property has already started to decline. The private non-landed housing has declined by 0.7 in October. I don't know the November numbers. I can't remember if the November numbers was flat or whatever. If someone would help me, that'd be great. But the HDB resale flat continue to rise for the 29th straight month. Okay, fewer $1 million flats sold, but they are. Okay, they are. So quite serious. Okay, quite serious to look at this, right? So a lot of you all may ask, you know, Mr. Lu, shouldn't you be happy? Why are you coming out and cover? You know, no, I'm not happy at all, right? Not happy at all. Okay, first of all, someone said, "Wow, you got flat now, $1 million there." You know, yeah, I sell really stay where? Yeah, exactly, right? How many of you will be happy in my position? Okay, some of y'all, a lot of the people have this notion now, when you have a big, huge flat, okay, or big private apartment, or big landed house, you can sell and downgrade to a smaller flat. How many of y'all can downgrade? I cannot. Once I'm used to a space, very difficult to downgrade. Right? I don't value amenities as much as I value space, so condominium amenities doesn't affect me a lot, but space, I really want that space, you know, and if I sell it, I don't think I can get something that give me this kind of space, right? Okay, so compound interest, okay, so Christine, right, thank you, it's about 3.5%, not bad, not good, you know, just ordinary, okay. It's above our 3.5% is above our CPI minus this year, I think. Okay, so anyway, let's go back. Okay, so back to again, less than 1/3 of you have given a like. Can you all please each give a like? Okay, this is a very important topic. I want everyone to know, hopefully the government to see it. Okay, yeah. So the first question is, if I sell it, where am I going to stay? Where am I going to stay? Stay where? Right? How many of you will be happy in my situation? Let me hear it. Will you be happy or unhappy with my situation? Happy or unhappy? Right? So, I want to hear. Will you be happy or unhappy in my situation? $1 million HDB. Yeah. Am I not happy? Happy? Okay. This is unhappy. Yeah. Shilling say unhappy. Sell my apartment and camp at ECP. Yeah. Exactly, you know, yeah, you sell how, you buy high. I sell this, I buy what? Stay in a 4-room flat and 3-room flat. You know, I got to have suffer a contraction of space which I'm not used to. After you tasted Haagen-Dazs ice cream, it's very difficult for you to eat Magnolia ice cream, to be frank. Okay, some of you can do it, but not me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, someone said exactly. The next generation will have hard time buying. It's a real problem, right? So, really, right? Okay. How big is my space? I think 1,550, 1,006. You know? Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about this. Okay. Right. So So, do you remember the Hong Kong riots? You know how serious the Hong Kong riots were? They're all young people. What are they rioting about? They are not rioting about the Hong Kong government. They riot a bit about the Chinese government. But one of the underlying big problems that they have is they got no more hope in Hong Kong. They cannot afford the housing, right? The housing in Hong Kong were all controlled by the conglomerates, right? The Li Ka-shings and the property developer. They got nowhere to, they can't afford, they have no dream, no hope in Singapore. Rising HDB prices, and I would say rising property prices, right? Rising HDB prices is a very serious socio-economic problem. Very serious, very, very serious, right? So, on top of that, a lot of people say buy BTO lah. You know how long the BTO queue is? Do you know what's the number of years right now for BTO? I know the building time is about 4 to 5 years. Okay, building time. How long does it take to get a BTO? Okay, 5 to 6 years. How long does it take to even successfully get a BTO? 1 year, 2 years? I don't know. I haven't applied for a BTO for, to get a BTO first successfully, it takes 1 to 2 years, right? You depending on your luck, you tikam badly and things like that. Am I correct on this one? Someone please confirm for me. I'm not very sure. Okay, to tikam and get to ballot and get your BTO, you need 1 to 2 years. On top of that, building the HDB BTO takes 4 to 5 years. So you wait for 6-7 years. 6-7 years. How to wait? You can't wait, right? 6-7 years. It's impossible to wait, right? You get married, it's very difficult to wait, right? So therefore, to most of people to settle down, it's you need this, right? So that's why in a lot of other countries, especially the Chinese culture, right? It's a very difficult to do it now. Hopefully you can bunk in with your family, right? So you can bunk in with your parents and things like that. Then some people don't like to stay with their parents and all this, right? It's complex, right? So the waiting time, and this is from the HDB website, if I'm not wrong, okay? The BTO project is about 4 to 5 years. And so what do you mean by shorter time? I don't understand this one. About 3 years, okay? Balance flat are those, I think, second floor, shit location, shit facing, I don't know what else. You can get that much faster and things like that, but generally nobody likes it, okay? So, let me be categorically clear. Rising property prices, okay? Rising property prices contributes terribly to the overall cost of living in Singapore, okay? Singapore is already the most expensive city in the world for eight times in a decade. Now, a lot of people, including the government, dispute this one. I kind of, in between. Even if it's not the most expensive, it is one of the most expensive. This one, I don't think government will deny it, okay? We are already one of the most expensive city in the world, okay? Really, really one of the most expensive in the world, of which property is one of them. Car prices are now one of them, right? So it is one of the most expensive city in the world. Who agree that Singapore is, if not the most expensive, one of the most expensive city in the world? Say me. Okay, I want to see how many people agree that Singapore is one of the most expensive city in the world. If you agree, say me. Okay, and you don't agree, say not me. Okay, I want to hear everyone, right? Okay, I think 90%, 95%, 99% of people agree. I travel super widely. I don't think that much people travel as much as I do. I've been in the most expensive city in the world, okay? Or all the expensive cities in the world. You name it, I've been there. New York, Switzerland, Tel Aviv, London, all these most expensive in the world. I don't think Singapore is very much cheaper. Now it's true, we have alternatives like you eat in hawker center, food is actually very cheap. That is true. Our taxis are very cheap now, though now more expensive. That is true as well. But in those cities, there are alternatives as well. If you cook in those cities, it's very cheap. If you drive yourself, it's very cheap, right? Okay. If you rent an apartment, it's very cheap. You buy an apartment, not so cheap. But no, there are trade-offs, but Singapore is really very expensive. Of which one of the biggest costs is our property prices. It's really our property prices, right? Okay, and when property prices goes up, it drives a lot of other costs up. Okay, I was with my I have a very weak back, as most of you know. I always go to this I've got this masseuse that helped me for 2-3 years really, all my injury, and she was treating me, and then she was lamenting. Last time she rent a room, she pay maybe $700-800. Now he said there are no rooms that are less than 1,000 now. Yeah, and she cannot get a room, and then she need to ask for a pay rise from her boss, right? She need to work extra hours and things like that, right? So therefore, in fact, the masseuse actually charges more right now, right? Okay, right? Charges 10% more, with close one eye and things like that. But this is an example of, when property prices goes up, it drives other costs up, right? And it is very serious. Right? So everything are all pegged to usually salaries and property prices. These two drive everything up. Don't own a car, never mind. Public transport, okay. That one I close one eye, close two eye, that's fine. Property cannot avoid. Right? So yeah. So the biggest problem I have with property prices going up is that it drives other costs up. Singapore is really the third most expensive for flexible office space, and if you Google, it drives more costs up here and there, that kind of thing, right? So it is a very controversial topic. Do you know who will contradict and deny what I say? People with multiple apartments, multiple property, owners of multiple property. People who only own one property generally will agree with me, right? But anyway, Sher Tan just said, my usual hairstylist in Malaysia, she also complained about high rental and cost. She never go back to Malaysia for 3 years already. People suffering, right? So anyway, let's go on to this, okay? So now, Prime Minister Lee actually said this during the National Day rally. He says that we don't need to worry about home prices and availability. All they need is more babies. I agree, we need more babies for sure, okay? But I do worry about house prices and availability. I do worry, right? So it is a very serious problem. House prices is going up. Yeah. So it is my opinion that we ought to be agreed, right? So the statement I have is, I'm worried. I think you should be. If you have children, you ought to be, right? You ought to be. Hey, I'm not poor I hope you all know that, right? No, I'm not like billion-dollar rich or whatsoever. Yes, my battery is a bit low, sorry, yes. Okay, I'm not, let me juice up my computer, okay? I'm not like billionaire rich, right? But I think I can easily buy one house each for my 3 kids. But do we really need to go that far? I want them to be able to use their own hands to go and fight and get their own house. I don't think they can do it, man, without a parent's help. I don't think they can do it. Yeah, I don't think they can do it. No chance, man. Yeah, no chance. Very, very tough. So that's my opinion. Okay. So my thoughts are this, okay, and this is a highly controversial topic. Let's have a debate later, okay? Let's have a debate later. let's have a debate later, okay? Let me give you my thoughts and we can have a debate on this, okay? The rising home prices, okay? No, our government in the past had this policy of asset enhancement policy through increased value of HDB, okay? And I'm trying to use up my power bank to juice up my battery. And this is one of my last slides. Rising home prices does not really increase realizable wealth for most Singaporeans. There is paper wealth and realizable wealth, okay? Paper wealth and realizable wealth. Increase in your home value is not realizable wealth. It's not really realizable wealth. Most of us won't take a reverse mortgage. Most of us won't, right? So therefore, it is not really a realizable wealth. It's paper. No, you sell your stocks, you can realize it. You sell your bonds, you can realize it. You sell your house, where the hell are you going to stay? Then your only way you can stay is to downgrade to move to a smaller apartment or an apartment that's further away from city or whatever. Or you lucky you saw one cheap one and buy it, right? But most of us can't, right? So this is increase in home prices, especially HDB prices, is not a real wealth increase. Yeah, okay. And someone just said this, Mr. Lu, I'm really thankful that you understand the situation for us poorer folks, even though we're successful. I'm 35 years old, cannot afford a resale at all, and life is looking hopeless. I agree with you. No, I'm a heartlander. Okay, I grew up in HDB, a whole life in HDB. I know. Now I may be, I may be slightly, in a more blessed situation now financially, but I know, and I want my kids to go through the hardship of laboring for their whole own flat, go through what I've gone through and things like that. No chance, man. Now, no chance, man. No chance. Very, very tough. Okay, I actually think that, I have a lot of statements here. I'm going to read it out to you. Okay, my next statement is this. I think that property price escalation beyond GDP growth is not healthy for Singapore. Right? It's not healthy for Singapore. I actually think that, I don't think our wages grow that much. Okay, who agree with me that some of you are having a fight here, please don't fight. Later we have a debate, okay? I'll orchestrate a more healthy debate. It's okay to have differences of opinion, okay? It's an emotional topic, it is for me also, but let's have a healthy debate. Or give a like in support of a healthy discussion, okay? I actually think that property price escalation beyond GDP growth is not healthy for Singapore, okay? It's actually made worse because our Ministry of Manpower is going all out to attract all the foreign talent in. You know what's going to happen? All the foreign talents come in, they're either going to buy a house or rent a room whatsoever. It's going to drive the rentals up, which is already nuts. And then it's going to drive probably up. Some of that, we're going to attract them, we're going to allow a lot of people to become PRs, and then we're going to drive property prices up again, right? No one wins, in a rising property market except multiple house owners, okay? The China reopening will aggravate this problem. The Chinese are going to come like a freaking swarm of locusts and eat up all the property across the world, not just in Singapore, right? Right? The Chinese are going to come out. I've seen them in action in Europe. I really see them in action. It's insane. Okay. Yes. So, frankly speaking, my HDB value just crossed. Just hit 1 million or maybe more. Okay. I think I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy at all, right? I'm not happy at all. Our children will be the one that suffer. I'll be frank to you. People like me, my children, we are well traveled. We're well traveled, trained internationally, business internationally. I'm used to staying overseas. I'm quite sure my kids have been brought up that way as well. If we need to, we always have the option of migrating. Okay? The well-educated and the well-trained, the well-to-do always have the option, not the mass, not the other group of people, right? So whoever agree with me, right, this one will hurt Singaporean badly, right? The rich will not have this problem with this problem at all, man, right? The rich will have no problem with this at all, right? I'll be frank with you, I don't think that this is a big problem to me if I really think about it. Yeah. Okay. I don't. If I really want to, I just help my kids to buy. It's not a big issue. But I think it's a very serious issue for Singapore. It's a mega issue for Singapore. That's why I have to say it out, right? Do we really want this kind of environment, right? Do you really want this kind of environment? So therefore, I actually gonna say it controversially. I think it's time for the government to do something more drastic, okay? Something more drastic. It is within the power of the government to do it. Every major city across the world right now, property prices are falling. We are one of the few that are rising, and it's not healthy. Let me categorically make it clear that if I'm in a position of a government, okay, I would seriously consider, okay, do something drastic now, okay? If you agree with me, please give a like and say I agree, okay? Yeah, say I agree, yeah? If you agree with me, say I agree, okay? Agree, right? If not, the Singapore dream will die, right? You cut my blood, one crescent moon and 5 stars will flow out together with my red blood, I'm super supportive of Singapore. In fact, I'm very pro-government. But this is one thing that I appeal to the government: do something. Do something. In fact, 99% of you agree. Do something right now. It is really out of hand. Really out of hand. It is not just $1 million HDB. It's only just like the iceberg. You see the tip of the $1 million. The whole block is moving up. Right? Okay. It's very serious. Right? It's very serious. So, it is the Singapore dream is failing. People like me who have a lot of options. I don't have an issue, but I'm staying put in Singapore because there's a lot of variety. The day when my son graduated from OCS, I put on my uniform as an old 50-old retired soldier. I'm very proud. When the national anthem played, I saluted and held my hand throughout and held my hand up, okay. And I'm very proud, okay, of my country. I want to stay behind. I want my children to have a powerful Singapore dream. This is really a fixable problem, and it got to be fixed now. Okay, let's have a debate now, shall we? Okay, okay. Anybody have any? There's a hell of people, a hell of comments, right? High rental is good for Singapore because they came from foreigners. High rental is only good, okay, for landlords. Yeah, okay, yes. BTO should be on a cost subsidy basis. No, just don't let the HDB prices escalate so much. Yeah, okay. My number one wasn't from my home. The army arranged it for me. Gotta thank the army for it. Desmond said HDB is affordable. Really? Okay. I think they're looking at certain places, certain segment or whatsoever. I don't think so. Okay, wait. That's my opinion. Okay. Mr. Liu, can you address what are the comments run up so fast? Can you address whether BTO are affordable or uni grads earning 3.5k? I think for dual income husband and wife with good university education, I think they can afford it. But at the rate it's going, it's getting more difficult. In the past, we can fully You become slave to the flat for many more years. You can afford it, but how long gonna take to pay? People like me, you know, at the age of 30 plus, age of 40, I can go pursue my dreams, live my life out, whatever. My children, if I don't support them, they're gonna be slave to the house for a long time. That's why I'm very against private property, not because of what, but one of the reasons is people buy private property and they become slave to a private property. They cannot move around, they cannot pursue their dreams whatsoever, right? Okay. Single, and the other one is but what about those non-graduates and those income that are not high whatsoever? You'll get very difficult. Do you really want to have a loan of 30 years? And now you take some international benchmarks and all this kind of thing. Why do we even allow it, right? So yeah, allow it to go up. It's so out of control, right? Okay. Exactly. Now the interest rate is sky high and foreseeably sky high for quite some time to come. Right? You get worse. Okay. First of all, this is not a government criticism session. Okay, this is an appeal, right, to government, you know, to do something, right? A lot of Singaporeans have too much cash, nowhere to park. That is true. Loan of 30 years with sky high interest rate is totally out of control. Exactly, right? It is very expensive. The working class may gravitate towards prominently leftist minority. I don't have a political discussion here, but I think what we need to do is to manage down this property price inflation. It's controllable, very easy. A lot of the things in government, if I put myself in a minister's shoe, I don't think I know what to do because I'm not good enough. This one, I know what to do. This one is too easy to do, right? To bring down property prices is very easy. To bring down property escalation is very, very easy, right? Very, very easy, right? I'm going to say this very controversially. I have a professor last time in NUS who actually say this. If the property prices suddenly overnight all half, okay, I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue. I buy, even if it's double or triple, I can't realize it, okay? If it half, which means all my children, I got 3 of them, will have a much easier time to fulfill a Singapore dream, right? Okay, to bring down the property prices, so easy, right? Introduce loan cap, introduce control measures, introduce eligibility measures and all this. That's it, man, right? Allow first time buyers, okay? Allow first time buyers a lot more freedom. Control resale prices, right? It's very easy. Exactly. We will kill the entrepreneurial spirit when we have a huge housing loan to fulfill. How the hell you ask the young people go become entrepreneur when they have a huge housing loan there? No chance. Do you dare to quit your job and become an entrepreneur? You know, my first 3 startup failed, you know. Yeah, my first 3 startup failed easily. How the hell you want them to take risks, go, do all this kind of thing, right? They can't, really they can't, right? It's indeed so worrying. How about those non-uni graduate or diploma? Do you have a chance to get a good size BTO? Well, and then we want the Singaporeans to have a lot more kids, right? I think it's very difficult. Right, it's very difficult. You wait for, you stay with your parents. The parents give you 1 room to stay. Fantastic. Then you ask the kids to have kids. You ask the children to have kids. They're going to say, "Wow, wait until my flat comes." Right? And then, as a result, our birth rate goes down, and the government say, "Hey, why you young people cannot have kids?" You see. That's why I say rising housing price is a socio-economic problem. It's a socio-economic problem. Yes, to manufacture a kid, you don't need a lot of space. That is true. But to bring up a kid, you do need space. Okay, you do need space. You do need space. Yes. And it's not reasonable to ask youngsters nowadays to adopt the measures of our forefathers. Our forefathers, 1 3 room flat can bring out a household of 5, 6, 7 people, right? But I don't think it's reasonable to ask them to take the kind of quality of living right now. I can, okay, but I don't think many people can do that, right? Stop the PR from buying subsidized flat. I don't know about that. Yeah, that's one of the measures, right? Our government is smart enough. If they've put their mind to say yes, this is correct, they will be able to do it. All my government friends are super smart people, super smart. Actually, a lot of them have a pulse on the ground, but this one I have to call out. Yes. Okay, HDB price goes up, those who haven't have a flat will be unhappy. Prices goes down, those who already have a flat will be unhappy. HDB should allow HDBs only be sold to back the HDB. So no, I'm not too sure that's the right thing to do. Just don't allow the price to escalate to this extent. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. It's not about space or making baby. Making baby is easy, and the car also can do it, right? Okay. Yeah, in a park also can do it in the middle of the night. Nobody's looking. This is a joke, But then bring up the kids, yeah. Increase the MOP. Yeah, increase the MOP. Okay. Okay. Yes. Agree, Mr. Lu. The government is smarter than we're discussing our viewpoints, so let them do their job. I think what we do is to voice out working level concerns. Is for them to do is to say, oh, actually the public is concerned about this. Then we know what to do. What they need, to my opinion, they need is probably inputs from us to tell them this is a problem. We can give a few suggestions, but most of the time they know what to do. Yeah, I think they know what to do. Okay. Government, like your boss in company, can feedback but no action until the next thing happen. Action. I think our government is not like that. Enough voice come out, they will do something. Okay. Yeah. Enough voice come out, they do something. Okay. For example, right? If the HDB is not allowed, there are some people apply the BTO and then never move in for their whole, 5 years in MOP, right? And then I don't think we should let them have a HDB. That's my opinion. Yeah. Housing issue is not new. Yep. Okay. Impose heavy stamp duty to foreign talent. Okay. Yes. This is an undersupply over demand. Don't overreact. Okay. That create another problem. Okay. So the BTO are left empty already dumb. Yes. Okay. So I think in this kind of environment, majority of Singapore house owner will not benefit. Okay, will not benefit. You all agree with me? Okay. Yes. So most of people that who disagree with me, admit it. Most of you disagree with me. You have multiple houses, and that's okay. That's okay. That's not an issue. I'm just saying. I'm just putting. Remember, I said number one, I'm a net beneficiary if my flat supposedly on paper go up to above $1 million, right? But I need to put myself in the shoe of my children, and most Singaporeans. I don't think many of us are happy. Yeah, I don't think many of us are happy. Okay, whoever agree with me, please give a like. Yeah, stamp duty also no use. I agree. For the rich Singaporeans, I just asked Dragon Tan. In fact, I'm having a lunch with him tomorrow. The rich Chinese, the PRC Chinese, when they want to buy, they don't care whether there is ABSD or not. No issue with them. Okay? Yeah. HDB is driven by Singaporean. Exactly. Okay? That is true. Right? And PRs. That is completely true. Okay? Actually, think about it. I'm just wondering who on earth is the person who brought the $1 million house here. I gotta find out which one day when they move in. Yeah. Okay. why is there a sudden surge of $1 million flats? Where did money come from? It's overall inflation, right? I only have one property. Yes. Okay. My dad stays beside me, but that's his house. Okay. Wait, I'm just trying to read too much comment. Okay. Who are the rich PR that drives up our prices? Okay, let me tell you the rich PR. The PR are also not happy. Let me tell you this. A lot of the PRs were rent. This one I got info from the ground. Okay, I asked a few people, including Dragon Tan. Why are the PR driving up the property prices? Let me tell you, a lot of PRs actually don't want to buy houses, but the rental has gone up crazy because our government allow all the foreigners to come in, and it's not a wrong policy, but you allow them to come in so fast, right? So fast. And guess what? It drove up all the rentals. And the PR say, hey, I used to pay $2,000, $3,000. Now I'm going to pay $5,000, $6,000. Might as well go buy a flat now. So they jump and buy a flat. When all the PRs jump in to buy a flat, guess what happened? The flat prices goes up, right? All these are a outcome of a social economic policy not well coordinated. Yes. But if so that's my concern, okay? But do we have a choice? If I put myself in the government shoes, no, we have no choice. We got to fight. We got to allow the talents to come in, because we lose all the talents, we're dead, right? So, but yet if we lose all the talent, we allow all the talents come in, all the prices goes up and things like that. So, the policy is not wrong, it's the speed that we execute this. Yeah. Rental is crazy right now. Yeah. Yes. I am a big believer that we need the foreign talent. Okay, I'm a big believer. I may not necessarily agree that this. There are two tiers of foreign talent, right? Number one is people do a job that the Singaporeans don't really do, or will only do if your salary is very high. So basically, these are low cost approach. Those that says that the foreigners are so kiang that they are smarter than Singaporean, they have specialized skills that Singaporean don't have. That one I'm a bit more question mark. Okay, yes, I'm a bit more question mark. Yeah, our Singaporeans, if you go look at it, who agree with me? Yeah. I think we need a lot of foreigners to come in to fill this gap. On the top part, okay, those high quality talent only in certain sectors. Joseph, I agree with you. Only in certain sectors are cyber security, data analytics. Some of these very, very unique sectors. I think we really need them because Singapore may not advance. Creative sectors, design and all this. Yeah, Singaporean no talent in this, right? Maybe even music or whatever. I don't know. Just not enough. Yeah, but banking. How can it be that Singaporean banking is behind the rest of the world? How can it be, right? Telecoms. I don't think we are any. In the telecom sector, I've dealt with people internationally. I don't think any of the Ang Mohs are any better than us. I don't agree with that, right? Yeah. So these are so I think increasing, we can be a bit more picky in attracting this kind of talent. Yeah, that one so I think this we can be a bit more picky and those high talent. Now certain consultants in certain fields are very good whatsoever. Entrepreneurs, we need a hell of them from overseas Singapore. Entrepreneurs, we really need them. Because Singaporeans don't have entrepreneur. Hello, AC. Singaporeans really not enough entrepreneurial passion. It's our upbringing. We bring all these foreigners who are entrepreneurs, and they will nurture more entrepreneurs. That I support. VCs, angel investors, all this I encourage more. Foreign doctors. Have you all been to the polyclinics? I realize polyclinics, our doctors are not Singaporean. We've got Filipino doctors, we've got Indian doctors, we've got Chinese doctors, and all this. You know, I thought Singapore, you know, so I thought we got enough doctors. In fact, I thought we got too much doctors. Right? If not enough, just ask NUS to produce more doctors. Right? So I don't know. It's okay. So I don't know. It's something unique to me. Maybe I'm a bit out of touch with Singapore. So I, send me corrected. Okay. Yes. So healthcare is hard to get. We need more nurses. That is true. That is absolutely true. Singaporean nurses are like, one of the most toughest job on earth. Okay, one of the most toughest job on earth, right? Doctors, I don't know, yeah. So I'm just saying, right? That I think we can be a more selective, open up doors to allow more entrepreneurs to come in, to nurture entrepreneurial sector, certain sectors whatsoever, but not just not across the board. A lot, maybe okay, I'm not in MOM, so I really don't know the sectors, right? And then slowly open up to filter a little bit, to let more people come in, when our economy is ready in terms of housing, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of everything. Not you let this floodgate comes in and drive up all property prices, our cost of living goes up and things like that. My goodness, right? Okay, I think we can afford to be a bit more selective in certain sectors. I don't know. Okay, okay. You agree with now? Tonight is a controversial topic. I say again, it is not an anti-government video. Okay, I'm very supportive of the government. I'm fully behind what our government is doing, but this is a call that we need to control HDB prices and not let it go up. The comments about all the foreign talents are not targeted. I'm not anti-foreigners. I love them. I got a lot of foreign friends, but I think having a big floodgate open up and let them all come in and drive up the property prices is going to be disastrous for us. And I think we can afford to be very selective, to open up in certain sectors and not to do that. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, yes. Any last comments? Foreigners can't drive HDB prices. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Absolutely can. The foreigners can drive HDB prices when they come in and drive up the rental in HDB. Yeah. Okay. They drive rental HDB. They drive the rentals. The PRs have no choice. We're renting. We have to buy the HDB and they drive it up. Yes, foreigners can drive a HDB. Foreigners are okay, but the right profile of foreigners is key. I agree with you. Yeah, rental go up, everything goes up. There's a lack of Singapore first in government policy. I don't think so. I don't think so. Singaporean government is very Singapore first, but it cannot be Singapore only. Okay. Majority, HDB full rental are not the majority. Okay. No. Let me repeat that again. Okay. Why does foreigners coming in drive a HDB? Remember, Dragon Tan told us that. He's on the ground. He knows that. Listen carefully, yeah. I'm a foreigner right now. I'm a PR, so I'm a PR. I'm a PR right now. There's tons of PR in Singapore. I'm a PR right now. I may be from India. I may be from China. I may be from US. Whatever. I'm a PR right now. I used to be renting $2,000-3,000 a month in a private condo, but now the condo prices have gone up. Sorry, the rental prices have gone up by double, easily. So I used to pay $2,000-3,000. I pay $5,000-6,000. So what happened? I had no choice. I will give up this and buy a HDB. And when they all drive and buy a HDB, guess what happened to HDB prices? The HDB prices goes up. And why does the rental go up? Because our government allows so many foreigners to come in at one go. It's also a post-pandemic issue as well, right? So therefore, we have all these issues, right? Okay. sorry, the comments are coming so far. Foreigners work for a few years, then become PR and buy resale. I think today get PR is actually quite difficult, more difficult than before. Okay. Happy to hear some solution to our problem. I don't know whether, I don't think it's easy solution. I hate to be in the government's shoe. You know? It's easy for me to complain. I always say complain very easy, do very difficult, right? Okay. So there is no easy solution. You pointed out U.S. housing coming down, but Singapore rental going up. Fed is going to increase, bring down global inflation, but not in Singapore. Is there such a thing as localized inflation? Of course. We are facing it right now in property, right? Singapore property prices is a very typical case of localized inflation. Every major city in the world right now, property prices coming down, except Singapore. In fact, I don't even know whether another city the property price is going up. So if there are more control in terms of renting HDB, will slow down HDB process. Then the foreigners stay where? Yeah. Okay. It's time to talk about Tesla. Okay, I do have some Tesla stock. It make a hell of money and then it crashed. I haven't gone and take a look yet. I bought it out of mistake because my stupid algo system asked me to buy it, and then it turned out to be a mistake, and I'm holding on to it, like trying to see, I don't have $10,000 something like that. So it's I think it's probably losing money right now. My take in Tesla is that my take is this basically tell everybody, most of us including Mr. Lu, cannot pick stock, so therefore don't pick stocks. My take is Tesla up 8.8% tonight. Up, down. I don't know. It go up, I don't know when to sell. I go down, I don't know when to buy. So therefore, ignore stock picking. Okay, do not pick stock. Yeah. So what I like to do is to buy the overall index and just move on with life. Okay. I'm not so sure holding on to 10 years work. How do you know your work? How do you know your work? Right? How do you know your work? The destiny of small and rich nation. Okay. Free HDB couple give. Okay. If more cooling measure HDB, I'm afraid that you drive up demand in. I think the cooling measures must whack the entire market. Yeah. Okay. Must whack the entire market. A lot of people, including a lot of my family members, will not be happy I'm saying this. But anyway, that's life. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. By the way, what's S&P 500 right now? You may hate Tesla so much. I don't hate the Tesla car. In fact, I don't even hate the stock. Yeah, I think I love the Tesla car. It's beautiful. If I can, but I just, not money's worth. Okay. Yeah, not money's worth. Yeah, it's a beautiful car. Yes. Okay, cool. Gone up so much. That day it was just 3,700 plus. I was like watching the trend and see where they go down. Now it's 3,847. Seriously, okay. Okay, thank you. So again, can I appeal to everybody, after you log out, please give the video a like. That will really help me. And give a like now if you can to the video. It really will help me promote the video. This is the one that I hope maybe one or two of the government officers that's influential enough will see it. Okay, and to some of the government officers that watch this, let me say again, the 116 community, including myself, we are not anti-government. We are very supporting government. This is just one area we're giving a feedback, and in my opinion, my humble opinion, that much can be done to curb the property price inflation. Okay, if you all agree with what I said, give a like. Thank you and good night. Okay, thank you and good night to everybody. Yes, Charlie, good night to you. Okay, Nuts, good night to you. Okay, yes. Okay, good night. Yes, yeah. Good night. Okay, thank you. Good night. All right, good night. Chi Seong, good night. Thank you. Wen Liang, Kelvin, good night to you. Louis, good night to you too. Okay, Mei Chen, good night. Leonard, good night. Ang Hero, good night too. Christine To, good night. Yes, good night. Yes, one of the best videos so far. Okay, good night. Jason, good night. Okay, Louis, good night. Okay, yes. right? For those people who have got involved in a very emotional debate, we should allow healthy debate. That's okay, but don't need to get offensive to each other. Okay, no hard feelings with each other. Okay, and for you who are not agreeing with me, you know, we can agree, disagree. It's fine as well. Okay, yes. May the force be with you. Okay, just learn this one. You know, yeah. I think your hair confirm grow, Christine. Really? Okay, that's great. Great to hear that. Not enough. I can see a lot of short hair still lingering around. Haven't grown up yet. Yeah, I just went for a haircut. Yes. Not just a lot of money, a lot of pain. Yeah, a lot of pain. Albert, good to see you. Yes. Good night, everybody. Really appreciate this. Really appreciate you joining me. Okay. Yes. Cedric, good night to you too. Yeah. Okay. 保价. I don't think it's 保价. You know, I hope it's growing. Okay. I take so much care about it. It's really painful. Okay. Really painful. Yeah. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay. Good night. Good night.